It was gathered to be an unwinding spring break at domestic from her to begin with year at college, but the break from school turned into a catastrophe for Angelica AJ of Hadsell, who was captured and harmed by one of the individuals closest to her in 2015. The 18-year-old young lady was lost from her family's Norfolk, Virginia, domestic for weeks. Sometime recently police inevitably found her body arranged in a jettison. She had been apparently harmed intentioned with a heroin overdose. Examiners before long turned their consideration to her stepfather, Wesley Hadsell, who individuals already detailed had a criminal history counting feelings for bank burglary, breaking and entering and burglary. The stepfather long kept up his blamelessness, and still does to this day, but an examination into his association in the long run driven a judge to say there was overwhelming proof against him when he was indicted of his stepdaughter's brutal murdering. A long time after the 18-year-old's kill, individuals is looking back at the case. AJ's seizing. AJ was a softball player at Longwood College with a shining future, concurring to specialists. She was an competitor. She was exceptionally outgoing, Norfolk police criminologist David Benjamin said amid an scene of Dateline, which inspected the case. No issues with drugs or liquor, truly was kind of flying straight. She was going through a breakup at the time she returned domestic for spring break, agreeing to Dateline, driving her mother Jennifer Wright to accept her girl was blowing off steam when she went lost after sending a content that said she was out with friends. Be that as it may, after AJ didn't return domestic and a longtime companion, Corey French, found a chunk of a credit card within the street, agents started to look more direly for the lost youngster. Examiners at first suspected French, who AJ's stepfather had claimed had gotten to be over the top over his stepdaughter, agreeing to Dateline. Concurring to examiners, the stepfather attempted to outline French for AJ's slaughtering. Stepfather claims innocence. Wesley Hadsell appeared proactive within the seek for his lost stepdaughter, to begin with. Individuals already detailed that the then 36-year-old man had indeed been captured for breaking into the domestic of an individual, claiming he was suspicious that individual had seized AJ. In any case, the examinations started to center around him. I do anything for my daughter, my wife, my kids, and they make it sound like I do anything to keep myself out of my trouble, he said after his arrest for breaking and entering, people reported at the time. I couldn't sit a minute away from where my daughter may have been. Police uncover AJ's body, and killer is revealed. AJ's body was eventually discovered after police were led to her last known location via her stepfather's GPS system on his car. After investigators discovered Wesley's car had been tracked to an abandoned house 60 miles away from the family's home, they discovered AJ's body hidden in a ditch. She had been poisoned with heroin. Want to keep up with the latest crime coverage? Sign up for People's free true crime newsletter for breaking crime news, ongoing trial coverage and details of intriguing unsolved cases. Wesley's co-workers told police he was visibly agitated and had to take the rest of the day off work on the day his stepdaughter went missing, people reported at the time. Police searched the stepfather's Chevy Astro van and discovered a shovel, duct tape and work gloves in the back of the car. The man who said he sold drugs to AJ's stepfather also testified in court, saying he had been selling Wesley cocaine and heroin for years, according to local news station Wavy. Wesley was convicted of murder and sentenced to life in prison in 2022, 13 News Now reported. But the stepfather continues to maintain his innocence, again denying his involvement during a jailhouse interview with WTKR. I swear to you, I didn't hurt my daughter, he told the outlet. I don't know who did. And if I did, I wouldn't protect them.